Okay, we're getting a little closer with everything. Another thing we want to do is the blade needs to be sized um, to 1 foot. There's a few things that we need to do to size that to exactly 1 foot. If you haven't already, you'd need to go to your unit setup under Customize Unit Setup and go to US Standard for feet. Um, when you have everything parented, in which we do, if you follow it along, if you grab the hub, which is the main parent, and you size it, everything will size with that parent. The other thing you need to do is to be able to figure out what your measurement is. So what I usually do is go over here to the hammer icon, which is your utilities, click on measure, and then grab yourself a new floater and pull that out. What we care about here is the measurement in this axis right here. Right now we're 2 foot 1 and 5/32. So I'm just going to scale this down, and we're watching for that 1 foot. We just went under. There's 1 foot. Okay, so I'll move back here, and we see we're still at world center, and it's exactly 1 foot from here to there. At least I think it is. No, it's not. New problem. Okay, let's go to the other idea, which is just to create a box that is going to have 1 foot in width. Go to 1. Okay. And I'll center this up. So now we're right inside this shape. Again, we'll go here, and we're gonna ignore that floater, and we're gonna size this entire prop down. So that we got it at 1 foot, almost 1 foot exactly. This is so all the calculations will be right. So, alright, that's the other method. I guess I showed both at once. So now we're looking at a 1 foot blade, which is huge by rail flight standards. Okay. So now we have the prop, the hub. If I unhide all, you'll see we have that collision mesh done. Okay, so what we want to do is, remember, we're going to want to call this, I'm calling this PropTut blade, so I'm going to do a save as, and I'm going to select, I don't want to save the file, I want to export the file, there we go, and go to my kex. Okay, and then the naming here is important. So, let me go back to the actual tutorial real quick. Okay, we can see that our naming convention must be my prop, whatever you're going to name it, which in my case is PropTut, underscore clockwise, and then we need to make another copy that is going to be counterclockwise. So we'll go through the process of setting that up. So I'm calling this PropTut underscore, and this is our clockwise, so capital CW, and then I'll export this to the desktop where I have all my other files. Okay, so now what we want to do is make a counterclockwise version of this. So I'm going to use the mirror tool for that, and we're going to mirror across the y-axis. So if I go to the y-axis, I do want the y-axis, right? Maybe it's z. We're going to go along the z-axis. There we go. And we'll accept that. And you can see now that we have a backwards emblem here. We can fix that in Photoshop or whatever, but I guess I could just go here and go into the unwrap, and can select this here and hold this down, and I'll select this mirror, and it looks like it flipped it that way, and I'll move this. Yep, that didn't work. Okay, we're not going to do it that way. So I'm just going to close this, and I'll delete that, and I have to fix this over in Photoshop. Okay, so over in Photoshop I'll open up this one here, and I'm going to just grab this, and I'm going to, how do I want to flip that? So let's see, edit, transform, I'm going to flip this vertically, right? I guess so. We'll go that way with it, whatever. And I'm going to save this as a new TGA. And instead of, it doesn't really matter what it's called, so I'm just going to call this CCW and hit save. I'm going to go with 32 bits just like last time. Back here I want to go back to my materials now, and here I'll back up one and I'll clear that material, click on bitmap, and I'll grab this counterclockwise texture and have that show. And that should be good enough for our purposes. Okay, and then now I will export this, and I'll just select that file first and then put another C in there, so we have our counterclockwise project now, our kex. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, I've got quite a few files that build up here, and we're ready to import. I think we've done everything correctly. We'll see how it works out. Defibrillating, welcomators. Okay, so I want to go to simulation and import a kex. We're going to browse to the desktop, and we're going to find either one of these kexes will be imported. It'll find the other one automatically and import that for you. So I'm importing that now. We're going to call it, it needs to be a propeller. And I don't really know what to, doesn't really matter. This will just let it import the exact physics from other props that are already set. So let's just make it a Menzies standard, so it'll behave just like the Menzies standard, just look different. Okay, so looks like the import was successful. So I'm going to edit this Mach-E, which, let's see, right now is kill the engine. It's got the classic on here. So I'm going to edit the Mach-E, and let's go to airframe, fuselage, engine, and we're going to go to the PropTut. You know what? I did not pay attention to what's on here already, so I want to not save it. Go back. This time we'll see that it's a Master Airscrew Classic. Okay. So now back to PropTut, and you can see that it's changed it to our blade. Okay, so you can see that the side texture that we've made is that's the side texture that we actually created to show the blade when you're edge on. And it looks like we have a properly mapped blur disk. And you can see as you lock this in place, you spin this up, it'll get more transparent. That should do it. That should be the end of it. It seemed like it's a quite a long tutorial. Looking at 20 um, half hour. Oh my gosh, it's over an hour worth of tutorials here. So I wish I could have done it quicker, but I wanted to show a few things. So I hope this helps people. Enjoy.